Once upon a time, in a far-off land in Africa, there was a powerful queen called Cap, who ruled over a prosperous kingdom. Her kingdom was known for its great world, beautiful landscapes, and majestic wildlife. The queen was much loved by her people, who looked up to her as a wise and just ruler. She was only 23, but she had so much wisdom and maturity, which was as good training from her beloved parents, who had passed away 2 years ago. Due to the beautiful landscapes in the kingdom, Queen Alikab often went out hunting with her companions. Almost every day when she had finished her administrative duties, she would go out hunting, and her companions accompanying her would make her day worthwhile. In the kingdom, there was a man called Ojogbo. He was not happy Alikab had inherited the throne of the kingdom. He had tried to grab the kingdom by going forward to propose to Alikab when she was just 18. But her father had refused, saying he was too old for her. Why should a woman rule over me? He would often ask himself angrily, why? I'm a man of my strength. A little girl cannot allow a little girl of such age to rule over me with my might. He often said when he was alone angrily. Within him, he kept on thinking of what to do to make sure he grabbed the throne. But he was not successful. After the death of Alikab's parents, he tried once again to convince the little girl, to convince her to marry him, but he was not successful. One day, while out hunting in the forest with her companions, the queen became distracted by Ojogbo. Ojogbo came to her and told her that one of her companions had gotten lost in the forest and needed to be searched for and rescued on time before anything dangerous happened to her. Meanwhile, the companion was not lost at all. Ojogbo had gone to the companion and told her to go back to the palace. So he was telling lies. He was lying to the queen. The kind-hearted queen quickly became concerned about it and asked the direction he had last seen her. Ojogbo directed her towards the left and said she had gone through that way. And he followed her behind as though really concerned and wanting to help. When they got to a Y interjection, that is a Y intersection, he told the queen Alikab to go rightward and he will go leftward to see if they could find her as quickly as they could to avoid her being hurt. Queen Alikab was touched by the concern in Ojogbo's heart and immediately agreed. Meanwhile, Queen Alikab's companions were wondering where the queen must have wandered to because they could not find her. They were looking left and right. The queen was nowhere to be found. As Ojogbo directed Alikab to go to the right while he went to the left, he had told her to go to a bad road. He knew there was a gorge covered by woods and trees, but the queen did not know. He was leading her to danger while he took the left turn to go back to the queen's companions. The queen on being separated from Ojogbo and her companions, walked straight along the road that Ojogbo had directed her, and before she knew it, she fell downwards into the gorge. She was rolling down a steep side, in pains and in tears and in pain, terrible pain. As her head hit the rocks, her body hit all the trees. She was just rolling down until she fell below. When she awoke, the queen found herself in a small village that she did not know. She did not recognize the village. The villagers gathered around her. On seeing her, they carried her to their village. They pitied her. She was young, beautiful, and well-dressed. Though her clothes were torn, but they could see the fabric. A queen, she looked like. And there was a crown they found close to her. It showed she was either a queen or a princess. The villagers cared for her, nursing her back to health. They pitied her. They were pitying her because she was badly hurt. She had broken her shoulders. They helped to treat her bones to get better. Her beautiful face, when they looked at it, they felt sorry for her. However, the queen could not remember who she was or where she had come from anymore. The villagers tried to talk to her, tried to let her remember, to give her insights, if she could remember anything that made her to fall from that great height into the gorge. But Queen Alika could not remember anything at all. It was a clean slate, her brain. However, the queen could not do anything about it. Since she did not remember herself, who she was or where she came from, she lived with the villagers, walking alongside them and helping them to care for their families. In Alika's kingdom, Ojogbo had taken over the throne by force. He thought Alika had died and ascended the throne. He was ruthless, and all the money that came into the kingdom, he confiscated them and let the kingdom suffer and dwindle into ruins. The people of the kingdom were in trouble and fear, so no one could say anything. Years passed. The queen remained in the village, content with her simple life. However, one day, a group of travelers passed through the village and recognized the queen. Quickly, they ran to her. They were surprised. As they ran to her, she did not recognize them. They tried to explain who they were to her and who she was to them in the kingdom, but she could not remember anything, and so she refused to follow them. The villagers told the people that she had lost her memory due to the great fall from the gorge, and her people were surprised. How could the queen have fallen off it when there was nothing like that around them? They did not know that Ojogbo was behind it all. So the people from her kingdom went back home to tell the council of chiefs secretly, without the king's knowledge, so that they would not be killed, what they had seen and the situation they had found the queen. The council of chiefs were sad at what they had been told, but they were happy that she was alive and she had been found. They secretly went to the most powerful medicine man in the kingdom that was loyal to the late king, Queen Alika's father, and told him what had happened. Quickly, the medicine man took his medicines and went with them to the distant village they had found Queen Alika. There he started administering treatment to her. He wanted to do it for the late king because he had been so nice to him. And Queen Alika started to regain her memory. Within a week, she was able to remember almost everything. They told her what Ojugbo had done to the kingdom, and together they thanked the villagers for all their kindness, promising to come back to compensate them. And together they headed back to her kingdom. When Ojugbo heard she was alive and returning home, he became afraid because he knew when everyone got to hear what had happened, they would kill him. He packed all he had accumulated and left the kingdom hurriedly in despair. The journey for Alika and her people was long and difficult, and when they arrived back in her kingdom, she found that it had all fallen into despair, into disrepair. Everywhere was in disarray. The place was in disrepair. The people were poor and oppressed, and the wildlife had almost been hunted to near extinction. The cruel ruler had left the kingdom in ruins with no regard for the people or land. The queen knew she had to act quickly to restore her kingdom to its former glory. She rallied the people, and they worked tirelessly to restore the homes and restore the wildlife and bring prosperity back to the land. Through her hard work and determination, the queen was able to restore her kingdom to its former glory. She showed that even in the face of adversity, it is possible to rebuild and create a better future. This story teaches us that no matter how lost we may feel, we always have the power to find our way back home, even if our journey is long and difficult. We can overcome any obstacle and achieve great things if we remain determined and never give up on ourselves or our dreams. That's the end of the story. Please don't forget to subscribe and share the videos. I really need you to share so that our people will know about our cultural stories and tell their family and friends, because people don't know all these things anymore. Thanks for watching.